It's Ivy Slater, and you're listening to Her Success Story podcast, a show where gutsy businesswomen share their success journey. Hi, this is Ivy Slater. Welcome to today's episode of Her Success Story. I look at this September content episode as, for me, the back to school, back to work episode after the summer. I remember when my kids were young, and September was always a very busy time. Now, some of you have kids that go back to school in August, so we're going to call this a hybrid August-September back to school episode. There was a lot to do. There was transitioning the kids. Very often my team members, different people took various different vacations and still do at different times in the summer. So we really look at this time as stepping into the home stretch of the year and realigning your goals, your values, what you want to accomplish this year. In this thought process for the working parents who are listening to Her Success Story, I always thought of the 3 months that had the biggest pull on my personal life was June or May, June, when school ended and you were transitioning your kids to the next series of activities, summer camps, summer activities, home for the summer, whatever it is, it's a transition. There's also a lot of responsibility in finishing up the school year, as well as coming to the close at the first 6 months of the year for the business. The next is September, where we are today. That back to school, getting your family and everybody in their new activities, new sessions, new school years, new teachers, as well as for the business-minded, back to work. We've taken vacation, possibly Fridays off, long weekends, various team members out at different times. Your meetings might have been half full, 3/4 full, rarely all full through the summer. This is now time when everybody is back in action, everybody is transitioning. It's almost like that change of weather. The other time for working parents is the time of year in December, when there's a lot of responsibility, sometimes parties, holidays, family responsibility, as well as all the seasonal things that come on with business at end of the year. So as we focus on September today, I like to look at this month as the home stretch of the year. If you think about the Olympics, if you watch the Olympics this summer, and you thought about the amazing runners, don't ask me names, I'm terrible at names, but if you think about the amazing runners, and as they come around the bend and they dug in to make that finish line, make their best score, their best time, potentially getting Olympic gold, silver, or bronze, was amazing. That's this time of year. This is an opportunity to look at the goals you set forth for yourself this year and see, where are you coming into the home stretch? What have you accomplished? What is still to be accomplished? Great time of year to look at your financials in that way. I love a good September, October meeting with your financial advisors, whether that be your accountant, your CFO, your CPA, how we are doing based on projections, because we based on projections, we're also basing our taxes. So how are we doing with that? Are we planning ahead? There's nothing like being that Monday morning quarterback now that it's football season and waking up and owning a lot of tax money. I never enjoy that. I like to be planning ahead. In that same way, take a look at where your marketing numbers are. I just did a retreat with one of my clients' leadership teams, and we really looked at where we are in our goals for the year. And we spent some time looking at our marketing numbers, our sales numbers, our financial numbers, and the team based on what expansion we wanted to do this year and how are we doing in our hiring plan. All of those things are important to look at, important to accomplish, and taking this moment to touch base on it, touch in on that, is really going to serve you as a leader of an organization. You never want to wake up with knowledge that it's too late to have. You never, as far as the financial planning, you never want to have your books closed and say, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. Be prepared, Be strategic, most importantly. Have a meeting with your financial advisors, your financial accountants, your CFOs. Get ahead of that. Take a look how you're doing on your marketing efforts and see where you are. Are you going to be changing anything up in this approaching the last quarter of the year? Are you going to be changing things up in the new year? Great time to take a look at the analysis and the strategic plan involved. With that, see what you're doing and how you're doing with your team. Was that something on your agenda to expand this year? Make changes on, look at new departments, look at new responsibilities, elevate people. Have you looked at their performance? Don't wait for the end of the year reviews. Be looking now and working with people to develop them of where you want to see them going and where they want to see themselves going. So this is my Homestretch episode, my back to school episode, as I'll refer to it. Let me know what you've taken away. If you found these little tips helpful, wonderful. Pass them forward to somebody they might be helpful with. Always appreciate that. And I'm just a believer of giving forward and giving forward things that will help people. Please hit subscribe. And I will always say, thank you for listening to us and to me today at Her Success Story. Take a breath. If there is one thing you've taken away, what is that? And what action are you going to take with it? Cheers to your success. Welcome to the back to school time and early fall activities. Stay tuned to us on all platforms. I know in the early fall, so a couple of things I enjoy doing is finishing up in my garden, getting in some apple picking, making some applesauce, apple pies, and things like that. So on the fun side, enjoy. See you next time.
Don't need your approval anymore, 'cause I've got mine.